So this is the second question for integration by parts. Second question. The question says integral of x squared sine x dx is still integration by parts. Why? By the nature, this is my u. By the nature, this is my what? Dv. So which means if my u is x squared, from u I can generate my what? Can generate my what? Du over dx, because I will need du in the formula. And if I differentiate u with respect to x, it will give me what? 2x. If I now cross multiply, what will happen? Therefore, du dx times 2x will give me what? 2x. It means wherever I see du, I will represent my du as what? 2x dx. Now, since my dv from the question is sine x dx, which means I have to integrate before I can get my what? My v. Which means my v will now be the integral of sine x dx. And the integral of sine x gives minus cos x. So I will now slot in all these values into the formula of integration by parts. So integral of what? Of u dv equal to what? uv minus integral of what? v du. That's the formula for integration by parts. So by the nature, it will now be what? Integral of what? What's the question? X squared sine what? Sine x dx equal to uv. My u is what? I'm following the formula. My u is what? X squared. That is x squared dot, that is times, what is my v? Minus cos x. That is times what? Minus cos x, or you can just write times on one minus integral of v. What is my v? My v is what? Minus cos s. I'm following the formula du. My du is what? 2x dx. I move on. It will now be integral of x squared sine what? Sine x dx is equal to x squared times minus cos x gives minus x squared cos x. Minus is here, minus is here. Minus times minus plus. Plus what? Integral of what? Of what? 2x cos what? Cos x dx. Because it can be cos x 2x or 2x cos x dx. Now I move on, which means that it will now be integral of what? X squared sine what? Sine x dx is now equal to minus x squared cos what? Cos x. Now, if you look at this, there is 2 here, constant. I can take it to the back of the integral. Plus what? 2 integral. Integral of what? X cos what? Cos x dx. I've not gotten my final answer. Why? Because there is still integral of this. And this alone is another integration by parts. This alone is another what? Integration by parts. Which means this s is my new u. This my cos x dx is my what? New dv. Which means I will keep it somewhere. I will keep these parts somewhere. I will now work with this. I will now join it together. So I will deal with this first. So I'm working on this now. Integral of what? There is 2 here. There is 2 here. Which means I'm working with 2 integral. This is plus. Let me clean it so that it's not confused. So this is plus 2 multiplying everything here. So I want to work with this separate. I will now come back to this. Let me tag it equation 1 so that you're not confused. Let me tag everything here equation 1. So I want to deal with this. It will now be 2 integral of what? X cos x dx. Or let me just remove the 2. Later I will slot in the value. So I'm working with integral of what? X cos x dx. My new u is what? This. My vd is what? My new dv is this. If my u is what? If my u is x, implies that what? Du over what? Dx equal to 1. Because if I differentiate x, it gives 1. If I cross multiply, implies that what? Du equal to what? Dx. Then if my dv is what? If my dv is what? Cos x dx. Now for me to get my v, I will what? Integrate cos what? Cos x dx, which means by integrating both sides, integral of dv is v. So I want to integrate cos x. And the integral of cos x is what? Sin x. Note, integral of what? From the standard integral, the integral of cos x is what? Sine of x. So I will now slot in this value into another formula of integration by parts. And now say integral of what? U dv equal to what? Uv minus what? Integral of what? V minus integral of v du. It will now be integral of, what is my u? X cos what? Cos x is equal to u. What is my u? X times v. What is my v? Sin x. That is times sin x. Or you can say dot. Dot means times. Minus integral. What is my v? Sin x. What is my du? My du is what? From here, my du is what? Dx. My du is dx. So dx. So du is my dx. It will now be integral of x cos x is equal to x times sin x. You give me x sin x minus, now if I integrate sin x, it will give me minus cos x. So it will now be bracket minus cos x. Now minus times minus will give me plus. Minus times minus will give me plus. So from here, it will now be what? Integral of x cos x dx will now be equal to what? X sin what? Sin x plus what? Minus times minus is what? Plus what? Cos x. Let me call it equation 2. So don't forget that this equation, this one is coming from the former question. So substitute equation 2. So wherever I see integral of x cos x in equation 1, I will put this, which means it will now be what? Therefore, integral, substitute, let me write it out. Substitute equation 2 into equation 1. It will now be what? Integral of what? X squared sin x dx equal to what? Is equal to what? Minus x squared cos x. Now, plus 2 integral of, but integral of everything here is what I've gotten here. So which means I'm representing integral of x cos x dx as what I've gotten in equation 2. So now be plus what? 2 bracket, what is here? X sin x plus what? Plus cos x. So integral of what? X squared sin x dx will be equal to what? Minus x squared cos x plus what? Plus 2, you now open the bracket, plus what? 2x sin x, then plus what? Plus 2 cos x. That is the final answer. If there is like terms, let's see if there is like terms. There's no like terms to add together. So this is our what? Final answer for the question. Then we put your constant c plus c. Thank you very much for watching.